In this video, we are going to be simplifying expressions that have square roots. In this video, you will also need to know how to simplify square roots. Question number 1. Remember that when I look at a problem that has both addition and multiplication, order of operations tells me I must do multiplication first. So, I will take 10 and multiply it with 2 to get 20. Then I will take the square root of 7 multiplied by the square root of 21 to get the square root of 147. And this front term will come down. Now we are being asked to add these square roots together. However, my square roots, the square root of 3 and the square root of 147, are not the same, which means we are currently not allowed to combine them. But what we can do is we can try to simplify the square root of 147. So let's make a factor tree for 147. 147 can be divided into 3 and 49. And 49 can be divided into 7 and 7. So the square root of 147 can be rewritten as 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. And this outside 20 will come down. And whenever we are simplifying square roots, we look for two numbers that are the same, 7 and 7. So I will cross this 7 out, and we will move it to the front. So now what this becomes, 7 multiplied by 20 becomes 140. And this 3 that was left over is going to stay the square root of 3. Now don't forget that we had this term at the beginning, -4 square roots of 3. Now, when I look at this problem, my square root values are the same number, the square root of 3 and the square root of 3. Because they are the same, I can now combine these terms. So -4 plus 140 makes 136 square root 3. Let's look at one more example. Again, when we are looking at a question that has both multiplication and addition, we must always do the multiplication first. So I will take 3 multiplied by 6 makes 18, and the square root of 10 multiplied by the square root of 15 makes 150. And this term will come down. Now to add these two terms together, our square root values would need to be the same. And right now they are not. So I need to simplify these square roots using factor trees. So 115 can be divided into 2 and 75. 75 can be divided into 3 and 25. And 25 can be divided into 5 and 5. So this term can be rewritten as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. And the 18 comes down. And I look for two values that are the same. This time it is 5 and 5. So I will cross out the 5s and move them to the front. So 5 multiplied by 18 makes 90. And then here, 2 multiplied by 3 makes the square root of 6. But now, don't forget about this term. We also need to simplify 9 square roots of 96. So let's make another factor tree. 96 can be divided into 2 and 48. 48 can be divided into 2 and 24. 24 can be divided into 2 and 12. 12 can be divided into 2 and 6. And 6 can be divided into 2 and 3. So this could be rewritten as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And this 9 will have to come down. Now we're going to look for values that are the same. I have 2 2s. I also have 2 more 2s. So for both of those, they are going to be crossed out and moved to the beginning. So now 2 times 2 times 9 makes 36. So I will put plus 36. And then here, this 2 and 3 that are left over, 2 multiplied by 3 is the square root of 6. And now I have 2 square root values that are the same, which means these terms can be combined. So 90 plus 36 makes 126 square root 6.